In this new Reddit series, I'll be on r/map, and every Friday I'll upload a video where I search the top post on this week and just see what happens. First post: now that the UK has agreed to return the Chagos Island to Mauritius, the sun will finally set on the British Empire for the first time in centuries. I did not know the British are returning something. I just want to see the comments for this. We'll have to wait till 2025 for it to happen, since a part of the British Antarctic territories will be in sunlight for several months. Yeah, that's really cool. I did not know that. And as the British Empire was known, the empire that the sun never sets, well, now it's not anymore. Well, technically, it still controls like Australia and New Zealand, and the sun will not be setting there. But yeah, that's fine. Average annual rainfall inches by U.S. county. We can clearly see the line divided here, from the east to the west. From here, there's a lot of rain. Like New York, Florida, half of Texas. All of these places are having much more rain than here, especially in like Nevada, California, Arizona. But again, up here in the northwest, Washington and Oregon, they are having rain. And this is something we would not expect, probably. Alaska is very divided. In the south, there is rain, but in the north, it looks the same climate as these places down here, the very hot countries. It's not hot, but the sun, not sun, snow is falling, but there's not rain in this place. I would love to see a Canada version of this because I think that could be interesting as well. How far the green could go up in the east, and how far the hot could go up on the west, and what about the north? This image is probably from the real size countries, and it shows us how big Indonesia is actually. That it can go all the way from Greece, that looks perfectly like Athens, to the westernmost point of Mongolia, through Turkey, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. This just really shows in perspective how Indonesia is a top 10 biggest country in the world. I think it's like seventh, and we normally don't notice it as being that big because of the Mercator projector, how it's in the middle of the globe. But this really shows how far. I think I saw a map as well where it stretches all the way from the east to the west of USA. So yeah, Indonesia is a really big country and very varied. I found a remote island on an old map of Australia. Does it still exist? I don't see a remote island. Is it this one? Okay, let's see it. Oh yeah, it's not here anymore. Let's see what the comments say, because this is interesting. Okay, so most of the comments say it's a copyright trap, and it could make sense because it's not on Google Maps. Yeah. Percentage of Europeans that smoke. As you guys probably know or don't know, the smoking is getting much more reduced in the current age, especially from the 80s, 70s. There's much more smoke, and even indoors. So it's definitely getting better. But as you can see, for example, Northern Macedonia still on around 50%. In the rest of the Balkans and France, Turkey, Georgia, they're smoking a lot. Iceland is a very peaceful country, one of the happiest in the world. Finland as well, Norway, all these Scandinavian countries. They're very happy, recyclable countries and economical countries. And as you can see, smoke. There's no less much smoking as in the other countries. For example, the Balkans, they have disputes. I'm just not saying there's a correlation between these two. It's just something I noticed instantly. And yeah, as well, see the eastern part of Europe is smoking much more than the western part. And yeah, I'd love to see how much people this includes, like kids. Does it, I don't think it includes kids because if half of the entire population of Macedonia smokes, yeah, that should probably be a problem. What year is this from? I love identifying maps. No, I'm not really good at it, but let's see. As you can see, Sudan, South Sudan are split. See, but Yugoslavia and Czechia and Slovakia don't exist anymore. It's still called Zaire. What else do I notice instantly? Um, Dar es Salaam? No. Um, yeah, I can't do much with this because I don't know how to identify maps very well. But yeah, that's just something that I found. And pro players could probably see like Al Jazeera here and knew that they changed the city name to something else in the year. So yeah, let's see what comments say. I'd be interested in this. Eritrea is still part of Ethiopia. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Eritrea is part of Ethiopia. Ethiopia and Yugoslavia is now just Serbia and Montenegro. So my guess is 92 to 93. Cool. I was able to narrow down to 27 April 1992, 29th May 1993. So that's say a 1 year span. Yeah. So yeah, this is really interesting. I love people who identify maps on like YouTube and stuff. So yeah, but I can't do much with it, but I'd love to learn. So if you guys have some tips, you definitely write in the comments. I'd be very happy to be able to identify maps better. Welcome to Maryland Street in the town of Louisiana in the state of Missouri. So this I can't say much. It's just weird American cities and how they names them, and it's also next to Illinois. So yeah, in this picture, there's four American states names, and all are different. That's cool. Plus an American president, if why not? Hand drawn map on day off, and this is what I love. I did a hand drawn map when I was very small, and this is great. You can see all the islands, Shetlands, Isle of Man, even the how Scotland is very mountainous. You can see that. You can be cities, London, Birmingham, Leeds, even Scotland included, the border, Wales. I love how we can see the climate and how the nature is there in all these parts of England. And this is just something that I really love. Hand drawn maps are very cool. I mean, I just love maps in general, but this looks really cool. An app of every Yisk in Netherlands. Yisk, if you don't know, is a company. I forgot what they sell. It's like furniture, I think, and it is Dutch, so we can see how much it actually is in Netherlands, and it is a lot. As you can see, I saw it in different countries. I'm not from Netherlands. I've been there once, but yeah, I've seen it in many places before. This is really cool. Anyone gonna say anything in the comments? Interesting. Oh yeah, wait, no. Yisk is Danish. I completely forgot about that. I confused it with a different company. That is just down the street. But yeah, Yisk is Danish. That's why I saw it more in Germany. So yeah. And Yisk, colonization, Denmark in Netherlands makes sense. Very. Anyone know the name of this map and year? Trying to find more information. Yeah, this is much more harder to identify, I would say. This is Germany, right? Yeah, like the German area of the Denmark. Area Germania. And I can't say anything to this because, especially an old map like this, there's nothing for me to identify. But the comments can probably say something. Yes, the original belongs to the Mercator Atlas 1595. How do you know that? Copies of the pages were made for over 50 years. It's Germany. Well, yeah. The year looks really like 1600s or 1500s even, when they're like kingdoms in Europe. Globe year identification. I love identifications, as I already said. So let's see what we can do here. I'm from Czechia and Slovakia, so I know this is before January 1st, 1991. Yugoslavia is still split, but Germany is united. Something. And what else do we have here? It's still called Bonn. Say that capital is Bonn? Yeah. What else do we have? Could help us. What about down in Africa? What was the capital of Morocco? Is it is it Marrakesh? Am I saying Marrakesh or am I saying it wrong? I don't know. Well, let's see comments again. I think 1964 to 1966. Tanzania is shown as its current name. Botswana is shown as Bechuanaland, which is pre 1966. And yeah. Oh, I saw that there's only one picture. Well, that's cool. How come this area of Turkey not having much agriculture? I know Turkey is an agricultural society. How do people in these two cities of Erzincan and Erzurum make a living? Well, I don't know, but comments will probably say something. The Anatolian Plateau is a relatively dry altitude region, poorly suited to agriculture. It's not necessarily accurate to describe Turkey as an agricultural society. Only very specific regions are agriculturally productive. The plateau has historically been home to pastoralists. Well, if it's not suited for agriculture, then there's no agriculture. And of course, Erzurum is a very big city, so there will be many job opportunities and definitely more opportunities than like maybe Bengal or something like that. But yeah, mean annual bright sunshine in Canada in 1957. Well, you can see that there's less. Wait, let's see the map. There's more sunshine in the north, and no, less sunshine in the north, which makes sense. Especially here, there's a lot of sunshine in Sask and Alberta, and interesting that this part of British Columbia and Northern Territories in Yukon has less sunshine than all of these parts. Because and it's just this thin little strip as well as if we go here, this thing just is very interesting how all of these regions have so much different levels of sunshine in such a small area. Loneliness in the US, uh, that's so in the US, 40.3% on average are lonely. Does that mean like they don't have any friends or like they're just like very unhappy and sad? There should be more information to this, but yeah, if 40.3% is a big number of lonely people. Daily vehicle miles traveled per capita in urbanized areas in 2022. Well, this just seems the big cities like LA, New York, Miami, Chicago having bigger circles because, of course, there's more traffic, more cars, it's bigger, there's a bigger population, so obviously there will be more cars driving. As I'm European, we don't have this much cars at all. For us, public transport is very important, like buses and trams. So, but yeah, as I know in America, there's much more cars. Something interesting is how Alaska and Hawaii don't have a single city, because of course there's much less population. But yeah, or like these states, Idaho, Montana, the Dakotas, they don't have any cars. I mean, they do have cars, but not enough to have it represented on this map. World maps central to Brazil. There's multiple. Okay. And this just really shows into perspective how big Pacific Ocean is compared to like Pacific Ocean is probably bigger than all of the land combined. Looking. And of course the Mercator projector, but just this projection is definitely bigger than Africa, Europe, Asia combined. Yeah, this just looks distorted, which is more accurate. This is a more accurate version, and yeah, you can see how the Pacific Ocean is like 40% of the entire world. Approximate age of this map. How do you even get that? Writing in Latin, I think. Or no, but if someone can notice this, congrats. Well, that's true. No Bougainville, so before 2027. Not gonna say it's definitely an old one, but it's after Americas were discovered, so around like 1800, I would say. And we'll do one or two more. We got a lot of globes. Identification, we're gonna skip this one. Okay, I just wanna find. Okay, this is a fictional map I found from the series and Village Chronicles. What do you think it looked like in real life? Well, I don't. An interesting watch. YouTube about the poorest region in every country, with maps included. I could make a reaction to this, and my home country Slovakia is in here with the Poprad region. That's cool. Okay, I tried making war animation, and with this we'll end the video. What a good second. Georgian troops, yep, around the South Ossetian border, makes sense. Declaration of war has been sent from Tbilisi to Tymphali, and the Georgian troops are moving in. In South Ossetia, which they have disputes with Russia, November 11, 2024. See, Russia denounces the so-called Georgian aggression, but no military action is taken.
In our region, Moldova is being blockaded. Ukraine is under constant attack. Azerbaijan faces extraordinary pressure, and Georgia is occupied. Why? Because an old empire is trying to reclaim its bygone borders.
Each key brigades are infiltrated in neighbor surrender to the Georgian troops in Romania, and thus which has been fully occupied. The state of Abkhazia has started a full mobilization. Abkhazia is another region and included territories in the way of Georgia, and it's not fully recognized. So interesting video. I love these map transitions, how animations and that. So this channel is by Warload history with 4 subscribers. Make sure to go watch him if you like something like this. And this will be the end of this week's episode. Maybe I'll do another episode of this during the week, but so far I think I'll leave it to one episode a week on Friday.